AriTheGoddesss here. I hope you're all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. So this message is going to be a divine activation and healing message. I use my personal digital deck along with other decks for these messages. If you're looking to purchase this deck, you can purchase it from the link below, or you can go to AriTheGoddesss.com to purchase this deck. The first message we have from Divine Activation and Healing is surrender. I cast all doubts, fears, and illusions to the divine, trusting that what is meant will be. So right now is the time of surrendering. What is on your mind? What are you worrying about? What are you stressing about? Literally, as soon as you wake up in the morning, surrendering to the morning. Saying your gratitude, being thankful for how you were able to wake up this morning, and being grateful and surrendering. Also setting your intentions for the day as well. That is a way that you can surrender. What is on your mind that you're needing to surrender? What obstacles that you have on your mind that you're needing to surrender right now? When you surrender and trust in the divine, what's meant will be. Divine, when you give it to the divine, when you give that true offering to the divine, that worry, that doubt, that fear, those illusions, what's meant will be. I have here intuition. Allow yourself to trust the inner guidance inside of you. Say to yourself, may I always listen to the inner voice inside. Yes, your intuition is telling you. Your intuition has been giving you signs, or that inner voice inside has been, speaking. And the question is, have you been listening to that inner voice? Maybe that inner voice has been speaking, and maybe you are worried about what direction to take because you may hear that voice. Surrendering and ask the divine, what is it that, is needed from me in this time right now so that I can take this step. I have here root chakra. And this is speaking on your foundation, trusting that you are stable, you're secure, and you're protected. Focusing on that stability. Maybe it's dealing with stability. Maybe it has something to do with your stability and that foundation, that root. Also, healing the root, focusing on healing that root chakra, eating more fruits and vegetables that are red. Listen to guided meditations on the root chakra as well. Focusing on those areas may be significant for you, and affirming that you are stable, you are secure, you have a strong foundation inwardly and outwardly as well. Inwardly and outwardly. And this is why that surrender was there as well. It's reminding you to surrender. To surrender and not to get too far ahead of, what's to come. Surrendering. Once you start surrendering, and just allowing the divine, giving it to the divine, getting those worries, those doubts and fears, letting them go and giving it to the divine, what's needed for you will come next. As I know that, you've been here before when you've surrendered before, and you just asked the divine to, divine, just guide me, and as soon as you said that, you've noticed how things in your life change, or, something that you needed to do that you probably didn't think that you needed to do, you were guided to do that, and it changed for you. It's what helped you. So in this time, you may be worrying about your stability, your security, and your foundation right now. Or it has something to do, your intuition is telling you this about something. Maybe it's an endeavor. Maybe it's to let something go. Maybe it's to bring something in. Maybe it has something to do with a new opportunity, a new beginning. Because I do have here 555 from the message from the divine activation and healing messages that came up. So maybe it's, having to do something with, new beginnings, new opportunities. Maybe it has something to do with expressing yourself. Because this message speaks on, there are many ways to express yourself. We are encouraged by the divine to embrace our creativeness. This may be through dance, art, writing, music, or other talents and gifts. New beginnings, parentheses, and new beginnings. And I also have here the air element. And this is the message of me speaking of, I'm going to read it. It says, as we feel the breeze of the wind, we can allow ourselves to be one with nature. As you are able to have this awareness, say to yourself, as the wind blows, I allow myself to let go of what no longer serves me. So what's needed can fill its space. So love can fill its space. I just added that as I was speaking. So love can fill its space. So what's needed can fill its space. Yes, this is about surrendering. Divine activation message today is about, surrendering, letting go, trusting, allowing yourself for this new beginning. Yes, because I also have here, spring, a time for renewal, step into your uncharted territory. Yes, so this could be with a new, maybe this has something to do with a new home, new foundation that you're wanting, that you are looking to have, that you are needing. Maybe this has something to do with, a new job and where you use your creativeness. Maybe this has something to do with a new goal and endeavor, and you having to use your creativeness, your talents, your gifts, your abilities. And this is what you're needing to surrender, because maybe you don't know how to start. Maybe you don't know how to begin. Maybe you don't know how to get to that level. Maybe you don't know. You may just be in your head right now, and it's an uncharted territory. So it's something, and it's something that it's a new way of doing something, or it's a new territory. It's like it's a new way that you do it. It's another way that you do it. It's something that's already being done by others, but it's the way that you do it. And maybe you're afraid of this. Maybe you're afraid of this. Or for some, maybe, you're wanting to move. You're wanting to move, but you're afraid of it. Because you're so used to where you normally, where you grew up. It could be for a job as well. Maybe you're afraid with your job. You may be afraid of, to switch careers. But this is a time for renewal. I have here the male principle card. So you may be needing balance in this time. Or this is a sign of, you balancing. You have balanced the feminine and masculine within. And this also speaks of reconciliation. I also have here purification, purifying, raising your vibrations by caring for your energy. Raise your vibration. And this is another way that you can, be in divine alignment for what's for you as you purify, as you raise your vibration. Some ways that you can purify your energy, raise your vibration, is being out in nature. Not only being out in nature, but listen to guided meditations, or meditating, or allowing yourself, even yoga, even exercising, even walking a day, walking in nature. It's such thing as walking meditation, and that is a way that you can raise your vibration. Dancing is also a way you can raise your vibration. Yes, because I have here 11, the path of beauty. We've heard before of 11 being the master number. And this also speaks on, walking your path of beauty elevates you. Elevates your soul. And, this is kind of going with the message from yesterday of, a deep transformation. This is something that you've, been through. This is something you went through, is a deep transformation. Because I see this butterfly. It's a beautiful butterfly here. Beautiful butterfly. And right now is a time to let everything flow. It's also a time for blooming. Celebrate your success. Maybe when you're able to surrender and walk, purify, create this balance within. Maybe this is something you're needing to do, is create balance within, or something that you've already done. And once you're able to create this balance within, purify, and walk this path of beauty and elevate, you will be celebrating your success. Or this is something that is near a time for blooming. This is something you are doing. This is something you're not doing. This is something you may be divinely guided to do right now, is celebrate your success. And your success doesn't have to be this major, big win of, windfalls of things. It could be the everyday things that you do, for yourself that may have been challenging before. And, you had to go to reach it, This is successful. Work, healing. It's successful. Being grateful where you've been, and being grateful for where you are, that's success. You're no longer that person that you used to be. You evolve, you transform. That is successful. And you have bloomed. You are blooming. I have here, show your humor. Laughter is medicine. Show your humor. Laughter is medicine. And I also have here the Mother Earth, nature. Going back to what I was speaking about of nature, being in nature. Walking meditation. Walking, exercising, sitting still. And, with that root chakra that we saw, being by a tree. Allowing yourself to be by a tree. And, asking the tree before sitting near the tree. And allowing the stillness and the oneness of sitting by the tree. And allowing the tree's wisdom. The energy of the tree's wisdom. Becoming one with that. Becoming one with Earth. Mother Earth. As I've spoken of before, with that air element of, as the wind blows, becoming one with it. And letting what wants to go, and letting what's needed to fill its space. But it's speaking of, really stillness as well. Being in the present moment. I have here spirit of earth. It's time to have faith. You are supported. I have the right now card that came out as well. A lot of other energies. A lot of other cards have came out. Also, I have right action on the bottom of this deck. You're being open the dance of synchronicities in this time. It says here all potentialities. Yes, this is speaking on endeavors, goals. The ones you've done inwardly, the ones you've done that no one knows about. And this is speaking about, outward success as well. Outward, not just success, but outward just, desires and goals that you have. So it's not, right now it's time to let it flow and have an outrageous openness. If you're needing to grieve, to purify, that is very much okay in this time, because you are extraordinary with the extraordinary card here, and you're unique and you have these unique gifts. This is why you're going to be stepping into uncharted territory. Even if this territory is a new place, you're unique, and you're unique to this place. Wherever this place is, if you're planning on moving, if it's a job, you're being guided there to this job because you have a uniqueness. You have an extraordinary uniqueness about you that is, that you are going to be honoring, that you honor now and will be honored there as well. Wow. So whether it's a job, whether it's whether it has something to do with career, moving, you just, doing and being and reaching your endeavor goals, this this is needed wherever this uncharted territory is, you know, because I'm also getting that where this uncharted territory is, things have been done the same for so long. And with you, with your unique, extraordinary you, let me switching up some stuff. And I have right now in karma. Yeah, because right now it's time for you to get that good, you know, your good karma for what you've been through these past years, months, years, weeks. And this right now card also speaks of staying in the present. And it says you'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. Yeah, I just said that. That's speaking of that surrendering. And you may be, there's liberation. I have here liberation and expansiveness. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe them anymore, that they're you. And we have here expansiveness, and that's speaking of, you know, the ego. It says eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So that's speaking of, you know, you're trying to control this narrative. You're trying to control this outcome. You're trying to control how you're going to get there. And that's really none of your business, really, in this. As you surrender, it's none of your business anymore. It's the divine. And, you know, anything else is the ego trying to control. You know, and also it's more challenging to be unique and extraordinary and creative. That's the main thing here. Being creative when the ego is involved. Also, there may be something, you know, that, you know, I know that we hear, you know, about strategy and how important it is, you know, taking action and things like that. I'm also getting for someone like it's different when it may be different when it comes to you, you know, and that's speaking of the ego as well. Like you may do things from the heart, you know. You may do things from the heart, and you may let the, you know, your heart guide you. And maybe for some people, some may not be used to that. Some may not be used to that. Some may be used to strategy, you know, and which is absolutely nothing wrong with that, because we need strategies. Well, I do believe it's a help. It can be a help to what you wanting to get to. But also in this message, what I'm getting, and this could be even, this don't even just have to be jobs, endeavors. This can be even with, you know, relationships and friendships as well, you know. It can be speaking on, you know, it can be speaking on the, like, not being so strategic when it comes to the relationship, for friendship, job, endeavor, goals. And it's a reminder to surrender and let the heart be the guide. And this is why that male principle card is here, because maybe there may be a divine masculine that is, you know, trying to be very strategic about something, or has been very strategic about something, and you may not have surrendered, or you may not have allowed yourself to surrender. You were trying to control everything. And this is a reminder that not everything is logical, that it needs that balance of the heart as well. And this is why I also spoken of a relationship as well, because you know how in many, you know how they speak of, you know, men are very logical and women are very emotional. And that can create maybe in a relationship or friendship, that could create a clash, because this woman, this feminine, is trying to be from the heart. And then the divine masculine may be trying to think logically. It's trying to be very strategic, when in this moment in time, or in that moment of time, that's not what was needed in that time, or that's not what is being needed in this time, or even in the future. It's needing that balance. It's needed to be balanced out and, you know, be met at the heart. Surrender. Purification. I hope that's resonating for someone. It's like, yeah, it's being, and this is why they expect that this expansiveness card came out. It says eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Yeah, that gets exhausting when there's no balance. So right now, for some, you're needing balance, or this is something you've done, and this is something you're learning. This message may be confirmation of what you know was being done. It was your ego. Maybe your ego was trying to control everything, and now it may be exhausted. You may be tired, and maybe in that moment, that's not what was needed. It was needing love. It was needing to, you know, also first surrender. It was needing to be surrendered, and, you know, letting the heart maybe be the guide. That's for someone. But you are expanding, or allow yourself to expand. I have here health. Goes back to the messages before of me speaking of spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental health. Having that balance again. And it says, I'm gonna read the ending. It says, may I always know it's doing, I'm gonna read the whole thing. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Direction. Please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. Stop is capitalized. And sometimes we forget that we can just ask. And this is a reminder to ask. Ask the divine to help you to make the right action right now. Divine, may you help me. We can say it together. Divine, may you help me with the right action right now. May you show me the right action that I need to take right now. On this endeavor, may you show me the right action that I need to take right now. On this move, may you show me the right action that I need to take right now. If you hear that noise, please forgive me. That is the dryer. If it's a friendship or relationship, divine, please show me the right action to take right now. And surrender. And allow the direction to be unfolded for you. Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. Yes, this is going back to that love. Letting the heart be your wisdom. Let the heart's wisdom be your guide when it comes to your endeavors. When it comes to you moving, whatever it is. When it comes to this new chapter. Letting love. Relationship. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. I can't make this up. I call, it goes back to that relationship, friendship, you know, thing that I was message that I was speaking of before. And this message says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needed fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Wow. And I have here, make it God's. Wow. Release the idea of my as soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job. Freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of mind. I'm going to read that again because I think I kind of release the idea of mind. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of mind. I just said this. The money, the relationship, the job. I was just speaking of this. I will be right back so I can stop that noise. Forgive me. Just didn't want it to keep doing that. Got a lot of energies coming, trying to come out. Saw impatience as I was shuffling. So there's something you may be patient about. Have your aging. Yeah, maybe it's with your age. Maybe you're being impatient because you feel about something because you feel as though you're aging. I am one with unlimited love beyond all seeming restrictions of age. I am filled with joy, energy, and beauty. A vessel for the divine Shakti. And remember, as I said before, when you are divine, there is no number. There is no number with how divine you are. You are divine. And it also, and I'm going to go backwards with the health. And it goes back to your body and you not shaming yourself for, where you are or how your body is. You are divine. Before this body, you are light. You are a light, loving, divine being. That's before age, that's before health, that's before this body. And you've been reminded of that. I have here forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself. This takes courage. I have the courage card here. I have divine timing as I split the deck and calmness. And so this takes courage. This is going to take courage. This is courage. So right now you're being reminded to let everything flow, to trust and surrender, and to have an outrageous openness in this time. If you're needing to grieve in this time, this is the best time to grieve and let go and release whatever it is that doesn't serve you in this time. Even if you just need to cry, crying so that you can unthaw the heart and let whatever it is that needs to come in your life come, because you're extraordinary, you're unique, and you will be stepping into uncharted territories, whether it's relationships, friendships, jobs, moving, endeavors, new endeavors. This is something that you're going to be stepping in very, very, very soon. And the divine is wanting you to do this right now. To be present right now. And to know that good karma is making its way to you. And to know that you are liberated from any doubts and fears. Know that they're not you anymore. And continue to expand. Continue to grow. And not let the ego try to control everything. But as you surrender, allow the divine plan to unfold for you. So right now it's trusting in the divine source, knowing that you have went through a deep transformation, or you are going through a deep transformation, and knowing that your deepest, longest will be taken care of. No matter your age, no matter your health, your body, or where you are mentally or physically, even with obstacles and challenges, you are divine. And I never want you to go astray from that of how divine you are. This takes courage. But you are divine. And I really hope that this message resonated for you. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If I did not say that at the beginning, I'm really, really grateful for it. Also, going back to Divine Activation and Healing deck, digital deck, that is in the link below. Or you can visit AriTheGoddesss.com if you wanted to purchase this deck. Thank you so much for listening. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.